Hello folks, it's JDporkchop. Welcome to another episode of Surviving Space Engineers. And with just one more pass with the big machine, our hull doubled in size. Yeah, that thing, I don't think I'm going to mine any iron for a little while. I think we have something like 350,000 units, or something ridiculous like that. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's episode, I want to go over a bug, or what I think might be a bug. So, down below we built a hydrogen tank, and it started to fill up. I then ran the engines for a little bit, and then we had that weird thing where they wouldn't run, and then I ground one down, and then they would run. And now, this isn't filling up. We go to terminal, not filling up. So I've spent 20 minutes, maybe, trying to problem solve this in some way. So first off, it has ice in the O2H2 generator. There is power, although the battery does look flat, there is some in there. It is actually recharging. So we have a surplus of power. It's only, they're only that empty because it was night time, and I went mining a lot and recharged the batteries on the miner. And those the refineries have been running. But there is power. They are turned on. Go in here.
No station fuel.
These are all turned on. And they have the conveyor system used. I haven't fiddled with any of the settings. So I'm a little bit stumped. And then I remembered something. That if you when we built that engine on the side of this, it started just magically working all of a sudden. So I wanted to see if that would happen again. If I can turn it around the right way. So if I put that there, this all of a sudden just start filling up. No. I just put a little bit of... Let's actually weld one up to a working level. See what that does. Like, the way I'm thinking is maybe it needs like some sort of block update, that the O2 generator doesn't actually realize that this thing is here. That this tank is here. Because it was definitely filling up before. And we haven't changed anything since then. There's been no... nothing new has been added. These engines were running for a short while. This tank did have one green dot on it at one point. So, why not now? I've tried reloading the game, I have tried everything, and I just can't work it out. So, I don't know. If anybody has any ideas, please feel free to stick them down in the comments, because I'm a little bit perplexed. And I don't want to stick a huge big tank here. You know, the whole reason that we put it under the floor was to hide it out of the way. But if that's what I'm going to have to do, then that's kind of going to suck a little bit. I'm still hoping that I don't know, these will just magically start working again. But I just can't work out. I can't work it out at all. But if we turn auto rebuild, no. So yeah, a perplexing mystery. I'm going to keep fiddling with it until I get frustrated enough with it to just tear it apart and think of something new. But I can't figure out why it would do this. Maybe there's like a backlog of oxygen, and if we put a vent on... No, that doesn't really make sense. I'm gonna try it anyway, because that, might be what the problem is, but that doesn't really make sense to me. Because when you split oxygen, when you split water, you get hydrogen and oxygen. So maybe there's like a backlog of But that doesn't... I mean, in other games, that would be the case. But it doesn't feel like it's the way of this game. That if you put ice in one of these machines, it makes oxygen or hydrogen. Or maybe both at the same time, but you don't get stuck if you have too much of one or the other. But we're going to try it. Construction parts, motors, and a computer. Everything we need? I think that's everything we need. Let's just go up here. Room not pressurized. So hold on. If I go and close this door. Right, I'm taking up too much of the episode with this. So I'm going to cut it here, and then we're going to actually start the proper episode. But I kind of want to get this on camera just in case someone out there has had this issue, and I'm missing something really simple. That it's just something that I've overlooked. If you have any ideas, please feel free to put them in the comments. So anyway, I'm going to cut here, and we are going to start the actual proper episode. So the hydrogen thing was just frustrating me to no end, and I've always found that the best way when you get frustrated with something is walk away, go and do something else, and you'll have an epiphany. Or, you know, you'll calm down and think about it more logically. So I jumped in the moisture missile, as we've now nicknamed it, and headed up into space, and boy am I glad that I did. I cannot tell you how many hours, how many asteroids, and how much stinking nickel I have been searching through to find this. So I am absolutely ecstatic. This is going to be a great sort of step for us with in ways of kind of the machines that we're going to be able to build, and also power. I mean, I'm having some really serious power problems now, which is why we were trying to set up those hydrogen engines in the first place. Is this stuff the uranium? It's like a different... No, it's stone. Well, it's 17 meters, so it's under here somewhere. But yeah, I am going to mine as much of this as I can. Oh yeah, here's where I was digging before. I'm going to mine as much as this as I can get. What's the best place to get this? Do it this way, actually. Alright, right-click our way in. Is that it? That's it, there we go, our first bit of uranium ore. So, with this, we can build lighter ships, we can build all sorts of options that this is going to open up for us. So I'm going to gather up, I just kind of wanted to get this this on camera. It's just a little short clip of me getting this stuff. And, I mean, we're quite far from home. 260 kilometers. So yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get back. So I'm going to cut here. No, that's not where I was. Where was I? There I am. I'm going to just gather as much as this as I can physically fit in that ship. And then we're going to come back here in a later episode and get more of this. Because this is the good stuff. So I will see you back on the planet surface. So we are back down on the planet. The uranium is refining. That's the first little bit I've just managed to get out. And we're back to trying to fix this problem. Now, if we look through the window here, you can see in here that there is a conveyor sorter. And this is set to not allow through ice, rock and gravel, I think. But for some reason, it seems to be not letting the hydrogen through. I'm not entirely sure why, and after fiddling with it, turning things on and off again, moving things, I'm sick of it. So we've decided just to move the tank. What we'll do is we'll have one leg here, I'll replicate one leg there, and I'll replicate that on the other side. So we've put this down and just need to start welding these engines up. Now, power is really becoming a problem. We have a lot of solar panels on the roof, but obviously due to the long nights, we burn through the energy over the night, and also those solar panels don't rotate. So for a good maybe hour of the morning and an hour of the evening, they don't get full power. I forgot what I actually needed. What did we need? Right, we still need some more steel plates and a power cell. So we're going to need these hydrogen engines more than ever now. So getting them in, getting them turned on is a good thing. We may even look to fitting a, now we have the uranium, fitting a nuclear reactor. The thing is we have such a small amount of nuclear material, uranium, and it is so far away that, no, steel tubes, you idiot. Stuff's so far away that going and getting more is going to become tiresome. Unless, until we have a larger shuttle. That thing just has a tiny little bay on it. That's right. So let's go inside, hook up the engines. They should already be turned on, but I want to have them on a group at least. I'm just going to put 2 for now, as I'm not quite sure whether the 6 generators should keep up. I think it's 2 generators to 1 engine. So it should be okay. Right, what are we looking for? Hydrogen engines. Here we go. So let's put those in a group. Hydro engine. I'm just going to name it new for now in case I've still got the other old group. Old group. Hydro engine. No, must have got deleted. Good. So the blocks are on. Let's just have a look and see if they're max output. Ugh. So now they're not working. Why? Oh, here we go. Oldest IT trick in the book. Turn it off, turn it on again. So, yeah. Right, we're getting 10 megawatts from those 2. Which, I mean, what does our solar panels get us? Down here somewhere. Go. 126 kilowatts, and I think we've got like 24 of them, so yeah, it's good stuff. That should keep at least help with some of the energy problems. And there's a few other options. We could build a wind farm, which is I guess we could do. The other option is building another solar panel, but one that rotates using a script so that it tracks the sun. Which could be a fun build. But in all honesty, I think for now, those hydrogen engines should do the trick. Let's have a quick look, see how the battery's going. Full recharge in 8 hours. Yeah, don't know. Keep fiddling with it. I've added some lights to our hangar area. Not quite sure if I like the ones there. I might put them up so they're in the corner. But yeah. Now this is going to be the project for the rest of the episode. We are going to build our first fighter. I decided that I'm not the greatest of designers, that we've already discussed that, and for a fighter I think you have to have something that looks really cool. So if we go into our blueprint manual, and I will put the link for this in the description. This is the fighter that we're going to be using today. Author is Jonathan. Like I said, I'll put the Steam link in the description if you guys want to be playing with this as well. This is it was just the first one that sort of caught my eye and looked pretty good. So it's all Atmo engines, so it's only going to be for on the planet, and we're going to start welding some of this stuff up. And I haven't got any of the stuff that I need. So I think, as usual, I'll do most of this off camera, but we'll just sort of do the initial bit of welding so you can kind of see how things are laid out. This is just a landing gear, the projector, and a battery, and a little control panel, so we can get things going. do I still need a display? I just need one display. Probably just grab a load of stuff. So display. Don't need that. There we go. So this is going to be good for just touring around and, you know, looking into if we add the mods that. It's a really annoying amount of noise. If we add the mods that are going to have stuff on the planet, we're going to need a way of intercepting enemy drones and droids and stuff that comes our way. So I'm going to do the rest of this off camera, and then we will take this thing for a little spin. And a load of welding later, here we go. I really like this little build. If you look down in the description, it is linked down below. Please go and maybe consider giving this guy a look and see if you like this as much as I do, because I think it's a really clever little build. Now you load the ammunition and fuel into the nose there. It's all fueled up, all loaded up. We are ready to take it for a little spin. At the moment, I still have to open the doors by hand, but I'm going to put a little sensor here. So as the aircraft sort of pulls up to the door, the sensor should detect it and open the doors up. Hopefully. So let's take it for a little spin. Turn the landing gear off. And away. Ooh, it's very slidey. So yeah, this is going to be our reconnaissance. Wow, that's a hard word to say. Reconnaissance. Oh no, I give up. This is going to be our combat fighter. It has the 4 Gatling turrets on the front. I better not waste any ammo before I ran out of magnesium. I'm going to have to go dig up some more. But this should definitely help us with scouting the planet. Scouting out for if we start having stuff spawning on the planet's surface due to the mods we're going to be adding, then this would be a great little scout. It's probably not going to get into too much of heavy firefights, but I still think it could hold its own against some of the littler drones. So yeah, very pleased. I decided that instead of building my own build, I would do this because I just wanted something that was going to be visually pleasing, which is not always how my stuff is designed. But the next build that we do will be one of mine, and we will might even jump over to my creative world, and you can sort of we'll put some stuff together. I definitely want to build. We've got a few things we definitely have to work on. A new welding ship, for one that's actually got a cockpit in it, not a drone one. With a larger cargo bay, more thrusters, more manoeuvrable. Now that we have that uranium, it's opening a lot of doors to us, so we can start working on some new projects. But still, I think we're kind of aiming to be back up in space and be in space permanently within the next 5 or 6 episodes, I think. And then we can say that we've done this planet. We built a base, we built some ships, we built, you know, a little fighter, blah blah blah. Let's go and head to space and do some stuff up there, which I'm looking forward to. I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to go to space, but I kind of felt that if we just sort of skipped this planet thing and just went straight to space, it would be a little bit, well, you know, trying to think of the words to describe it, but disingenuous, I guess. So yeah, the little fighters worked out well. Now I just have to get my hangar door to work properly. Is it closed behind us? I think it has. Just slow down. Slow down. Whoa, too fast. Okay, so it doesn't have the greatest of stopping ability when you... Oh, I suppose it has got 2 huge big thrusters on the back. So it doesn't slow down great. Okay. Alright, let's just sort of tuck it off to the side here. Turn it around. Okay. Perfect. down. Why is the landing gear not working? The only thing I don't like about this ship, the only thing, this is not a lot of clearance on the... Whoa! There we go. For the landing gear. So I mean, it's pretty snug to the ground. I suppose if we had the landing gear hanging out the bottom, it wouldn't look as smart. But yeah, okay, so what were we talking about? I can't remember. We've still got about 10 minutes to fill, so I think we're going to pick one more little project for the day, and then that should be us. I really need to name these so I can actually know what button does what. I really like this little hangar. I think it's pretty cool. It's that noise as well. That's a fantastic little noise. So I'm going to figure out what we're going to do next. But yeah, I'm happy. I'll tell you what we're going to do next. We're going to fix the roof. So give me a second to get all squared away, and that's what we'll be working on. I've decided that welding up the roof is probably a bit boring, so we're going to work on one last small little project to try and squeeze into this episode. And it's going to be another small ship. So we have our new fighter. Now we need a new welder. So let's have a look. I need... get rid of that. Get us a cockpit. Okay, so let's start with the cockpit. Like so. And I have a rough sort of idea what I want to do in my head. I already made a rough model in my creative, just so we can bang through this quickly. Where are tubes? There they are. Okay, so we want to, on the back, go with these. And we want the little ports facing down like that, yeah. And another one there, and another one there. Behind that, a large, what do you call it, container. I need to make sure that this is also orientated the correct way. So it should have one port facing down, one port facing backwards. Just need to line it up properly, there we go. Then off of that, we want to start putting down some engines. We want large hydro here. That right? Yeah, one there. One on the other side. There. It's too high up? No, that's right. Then on either side of that, we'll also squeeze in some little ones just to fill in the gap. Okay. This side. On this side. And probably the most important component, you need to put some welders on it. Okay. One there. Around the back, I want, well, we're going to need some batteries. Where are batteries? There. Don't need those anymore. So, probably one there and one there. And in this little gap here, we need a connector. But I'm first going to put a little frame just to stick the connector out a little bit from the batteries. There we go. And down here, I also want another connector so that we can connect vertically or horizontally. There we go. And then I think it's just little things like gyros and stuff. Now we put two there and two there. Do the same on the other side. I might need a little bit more than that. I want this ship to be able to sit on any axis and not fall out of the sky. One of the big problems with the little drone, I'll actually go up and I'll show you this, is that when the drone, at the moment it has two big engines and some little ones pointing down the way, and so if it stays at its current orientation, it's absolutely fine. But the minute it leans, say, forward, these engines then are pointing sort of backwards and down, and it's only this one that is holding the whole weight of the craft in its position. And the weight of it, obviously, is far more than this can I can't get my words out. Can cope with. So, you want lots of, when you're building your mining and grinding welding ships, you want lots of directional thrusters. Not so much because you need them when the ship is parallel like this, but definitely if you want to lean in any direction without falling out the sky, but particularly facing forward. So, with that in mind, we are going to put lots facing forward. Probably 3 here, and then maybe 3 on either side, and that's like 9. The only ones we have to worry about now is facing back the way. Well, we don't actually need that many facing backwards, so we'll just put 3 here. I prefer, when I build my welders and stuff, I prefer to put all my engines up on the top, as they just have a little less chance of getting knocked around than if they're underneath. So I think that will do fine. I may put some more backward facing engines on after the fact. Like maybe down here? Let's sort of stick out the back a little bit. Put one there, one there. I don't know how much I like that, but gives us a little bit extra, just because when this thing's heavy it's probably going to struggle to move. So there we go. One spaceship. I am going to weld this guy up, and then we will be back and we'll do the final little touches on it. We have, what, about 5 minutes? Well, not even that. So yeah, I'm probably going to finish it now, okay? And with a little bit of moving things around here and there, this is the final thing that I came up with. I'm really pleased with this. I hope you guys kind of like it. You know, feel free to put your comments in if you think I should change anything on this. But yeah, it should do the job. The only things I changed while off camera was added some reactors, gyros, and antenna, moved some of the engines around, and just generally sort of tweaked it here and there. There's a little spotlight underneath and a light on the front, a couple of lights on the side, just so that we can see where we're going when I'm working at night. All in all, looks good. Now, in between this episode and next, a couple of little things. I'm going to put a hatch in the floor, probably over here somewhere, so this thing can connect to it, and the hatch will be connected to our main cargo container over there. The other thing I'm going to do, once I've done that, is use this to build 2 more of these, with some alterations. One will have welders instead of one will have grinders instead of welders, and the other one will have mining drills. Now, I know we already have the big mining drill platform out the back. This will be a smaller version for getting in little places where maybe the big thing won't do the job, or it's, you know, I only need a little bit of gold or silver or something, and taking the huge big beast isn't really worth the time. So I think that will be just a nice addition to the fleet. So in between this episode and next, that's what I'm going to be working on. Probably doing some more on the base to get it finished, so that we can start a new project. And the next project is probably, maybe, going to be the freighter. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but we are getting close. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please feel free to give us a like. If you see anything you would like changed, any new things you'd like added to the base before we leave, feel free to stick that in the comments. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. And I'll see you in the next episode.